Hello, CC Kids. I'm going to scoot back here. We are here to learn everything about Cycle 3, Week 1. This is our very first video. I cannot wait to teach you all 24 weeks of Cycle 3. The 2 days, our very first week. So we are going to start with our timeline today. In our timeline, we're going to go from the very beginning. It's called the Age of Ancient Empires, all the way through. And we're going to learn the first couple of items on our timeline. I'm going to say them. I'm going to give you hand motions, and then we're going to sing them. It starts with Age of Ancient Empires, and our sign for ancient is this old beard. So it's Age of Ancient Empires, and that goes from the creation to circa 450 AD. So we're going to sing that in our song, 450 AD. Then we go back to creation and the fall. Creation and the fall. The flood. We're going to let the water rise. The flood and the Tower of Babel. We have Mesopotamia and Sumer, which is in a fertile crescent. So we're going to do this because it's between the two rivers. Mesopotamia and Sumer. And then for Egyptians, you get to choose. You can do this or you can do this. Egyptians. Indus River Valley Civilization. You can do a river. Indus River Valley Civilizations. And then we have Minoans, the sign for the bull, and Mycenaeans. Ready? We're going to start from the beginning. And we are going to start our timeline by saying, timeline, this is my timeline. Timeline, this is my timeline. Timeline, timeline. Let's start at the beginning of the ages. Here we go. Age of Ancient Empires. Creation to circa 450 AD. Creation and the fall. The flood and the Tower of Babel, Mesopotamia and Sumer, Egyptians, 3000 BC, 3000 BC, Indus River Valley Civilization, Minoans and Mycenaeans. Good job, that was it. That is our timeline for week 1. Let's go on to our math. Super easy because we are skip counting the 1s and the 2s. The 1s are so easy that literally everybody can do it. We're just going to chant and march and maybe do some exercises. But basically, we're counting from 1 to 15 because 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3, and so on. So we're going to skip count that and march. We're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That was it. So easy. Our 2s are to the melody of Jesus Loves Me. And they go like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. That was it already for math. You guys are going to master it so quickly. Let's go on to Latin. In Latin, we are learning prepositions. Do you guys remember last year? I want you, when you hear words like preposition, I want you to think, what is a preposition? A preposition relates a noun or a pronoun to another word, That's a preposition. Well, this time, we're not learning English prepositions because you know all of those too. I won't sing them all, but you remember bye-bye at 2 to 2. Think about that one too and repeat that too. Latin prepositions. I'm going to say them and translate them for you, and then we're going to sing it to the melody of Pop Goes the Weasel. Ready? The first one is in, and it's super easy because in English means in Latin. Easy. In. The next one is apud, which means with. Apud, with. The next one is pair. Pair means by. Pair, by. Sine is without. Sine without. Cine, without. The next one is a. A means from. A means from. And then the last one is de. De means off. De means of. Good job. Not off with two F's, to of. Okay, let's go sing the song. It goes to Pop Goes the Weasel. It goes like this. Latin prepositions in, a, put, with, pair, by, cine, without, a, from, they, of. Good job. Let's move on to science. This is a fun song. I'm going to show you the motions and what we're talking about. Our question is this: what are 4 types of tissue? What are 4 types of tissue? And we're not talking about tissue as in hachoo, but we might do a little hachoo just to remember that we're talking about tissue. Tissue is like what things are made out of in our body. And so we'll hear about 4 types of tissue. The question is, what are 4 types of tissue? 4 types of tissue are connective. So we're going to connect something. Connective. Epithelial. Epithelial. Muscle. And nerve. Okay, ready? And it goes to the melody of the chorus of My Bonnie is Over the Ocean. So bring back, bring back. Okay, it goes, what are 4 types of tissue? 4 types of tissue are. What are 4 types? 4 types of tissue are. Hachoo! Connective, epithelial, muscle, and nerve. Connective, epithelial, muscle, and nerve. Good job. That was it. We are going on to English. In English this year, for the first couple of weeks, we will learn about verb principal parts, and you'll find out what that means in a couple of weeks. But in verb principal parts, there's a couple of motions that we're going to learn. Whenever we hear a word, we're going to make a motion. Today, we're learning about an infinitive, what an infinitive is. And anytime we hear infinitive, we're going to just spin our finger, just like infinity. We're going to spin, spin, spin. We're also going to hear the words past. That's back, that's behind. We're going to hear the words present. That's right here. We're going to hear present participle. We're going to spin forward. And past participle. So you're going to hear all of those verb principal parts here very soon. But today, we are learning in English, what is an infinitive? Remember, we spin our fingers into infinity, infinitive. An infinitive is to plus a verb used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. And we're going to sing it to the melody of Farmer in the Dell. An infinitive is to plus a verb used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. Let's do that one more time. An infinitive is to plus a verb used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. Nice work. Okay, let's move on to geography. In geography, believe it or not, we are going to learn all the states and all the capitals of the United States. That is a lot of them. So we're gonna divide it up into sections of about 5, sometimes 6 states and capitals. But what I want you to do is, I want you to listen to the whole song every day, because there's an awesome song that you guys can listen to every day at morning for breakfast or during lunch or whenever you want to listen to it, and it will sing you all the states. And it's actually an easy song to sing. So I'm going to send that out to your parents, but we're going to break it up. But if you have a whole song and you only sing it in parts, sometimes it's a little hard to sing it and just start in the middle of a song, right? So that's why I want you to sing and listen to that whole song all the time, even if we haven't learned all the different states and capitals. But today, we are starting the states and capitals song, and we are starting on the very upper right, which is when you know your directions. North is up, then comes what? East, you are correct. East, south, and west, right? So we are starting on the East Coast, all the way up north in Maine. So we're starting Augusta, Maine, Concord, New Hampshire, Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, Hartford, Connecticut. I want you to trace, every week I want you to trace all those states and capitals so you guys know the shape of them, and you guys are going to be pros by the end of this school year. But these were our first 5 states and capitals. Awesome. Last but not least, we have history. In history, we will learn about Columbus. I'm going to read it to you, give you some motions, and then we're going to sing it. Tell me about Columbus. In 1492, so we're going to do a 4, and we can just wave it or turn it. In 1492, Columbus, we're going to give a C, a letter C. Columbus made the first of 4 trips. The first of 4 trips to the Caribbean. We're going to take a C for a sail. To the Caribbean on 3 Spanish ships named the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Are you ready to sing it? It goes like this. Tell me about Columbus. In 1492, Columbus made the first of 4 trips to the Caribbean on 3 Spanish ships named the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. In 1492. Nice job. That was our memory word for week 1. You guys are going to do so amazing. This is going to be just the beginning, and I cannot wait to see you next week. Bye, you guys.